Chelsea are back in the Champions League after a year's absence, which means that we have some extra Balfondly draws to pay attention this season. There are in fact two coming up on Thursday, with a League Cup third-round draw at 4:15 and BST. That's not a typo, it's being held in Asia due to the sponsorship of Carabao, and then the Champions League group stage draw at a more normal 5 p.m. British summertime. As well recall, the 32 participants are divided into 4 pots of 8, from which the 8 groups of 4 will be drawn. The pots used to decided strictly based on the team's flawed, but at least consistently flawed Uefa coefficients, but that rule changed in 2015. Pot 1 now includes the defending champions and the winners of the 7 best leagues as ranked by Uefa coefficient. Because Real Madrid won both La Liga and the Champions League, the 8th-ranked association, Ukraine, gets into Pot 1 this year as well. We didn't like this rule change when it came into effect a few years ago, but now it's helping us out a bit since we would have been in a lower pot if they just went strictly by team coefficients as they used to. The rest fall in accordingly in pots 24. That said, it's still pretty absurd to have teams like Barcelona, Atletico, PSG, and BVB in pot 2 when teams like Spartak, Shakhtar, Monaco, and Benfica are in pot 1. Then again, Chelsea's coefficient is too low for pot 1 because of the missed year, so our draw would they likely been just as stressful under the old seedings. Still, Spartak Moscow has the 3rd lowest coefficient of any qualified team and they're in pot 1. That's absolute nonsense. Pot 1 Real Madrid, Bayern Munich, Chelsea, Juventus, Benfica, AS Monaco, Spartak Moscow, Shakhtar Donetsk. Pot 2 Barcelona, Atletico Madrid, PSG, BVB, Sevilla, Manchester City, FC Porto, Manchester United. Pot 3 Napoli, Spurs, FC Basel, Olympiacos Piraeus, Anderlecht, Liverpool, AS Roma, Besiktas. Pot 4 Celtic, CSKA Moscow, Sporting Lisbon, Apoel, Feyenoord, NK Maribor, Karabag FK, RB Leipzig. The most important rule for the draw is that teams from the same league cannot be drawn into the same group, but there are also balance considerations. Equal distribution of teams from the same league between groups A, D and A, as much as possible, to maximize TV coverage, and the continuing special rule that teams from Russia and Ukraine cannot be drawn against each other due to their real-world situation. Chelsea's hardest potential draw Barça Atletico, Napoli, RB Leipzig. Chelsea's easiest potential draw FC Porto, FC Basel, NK Maribor. For funsies, here's how the pots would they looked under the old normal circumstances. A pot 1 Real Madrid, Bayern Munich, Barcelona, Atletico Madrid, Juventus, PSG, BVB, Sevilla. Pot 2 Benfica, Chelsea, Manchester City, FC Porto, Manchester United, Napoli, Shakhtar Donetsk, Spurs. Pot 3 FC Basel, Olympiacos Piraeus, AS Monaco, Anderlecht, Liverpool, AS Roma, Besiktas. Celtic. Pot 4 CSKA Moscow, Sporting Lisbon, Apoel, Feyenoord, NK Maribor, Spartak Moscow, Karabag FK, RB Leipzig.